take a look at today's Top Talkers, folks. Listen up if you drive a Honda. The automaker is recalling some 4.5 million vehicles due to faulty airbags. The recall is just the latest in a global scare involving a deadly defect in the Takata-made airbags. The defect, thought to be associated with a chemical propellant, that helps inflate the airbags, can cause them to deploy with explosive force, sending metal shrapnel hurtling toward drivers and passengers. Now, the faulty airbags were linked to 8 deaths around the world, the most recent confirmed victim being a woman in Los Angeles who died last year after a defective inflator in her 2001 Honda Civic ruptured, firing metal shards at her. Now, Honda states that the recall is a preventative measure and, quote, unlike other normal recalls, we are not waiting for the full results of the research. That coming from a Honda spokesperson. The airbag manufacturer, Tokyo-based Takata, has been under fire for the crisis and is facing lawsuits and regulatory probes into accusations that it knew about the problem and it concealed the dangers. Now, the problem isn't just Honda's, guys. 10 global automakers, including General Motors, Germany's BMW, they are being forced to recall some 34 million cars inside the United States alone to replace those inflators. That is, by the way, the biggest recall in U.S. history.
Wow.
Yeah, so the Takata supplies for a lot of different auto manufacturers. If you are concerned, you know, this isn't, you know, an official recommendation, but if you are concerned, maybe contact one of the local dealers. A lot of the, and I always give praise. I had a Toyota Tacoma years back, and it was part of a recall, and I got a letter from Toyota saying, bring it in, we're going to fix it, we're going to replace it, get you on your way. So most of the time, the dealerships are very proactive, letting you know that you are part of a recall. But if you're concerned, I mean, this is very scary stuff. If you're concerned, give Honda a call, give Toyota a call, give the manufacturer's retailer a call here in Albuquerque, and just find out. They may be able to help you.
Yeah. Hey, back in '95, weren't you driving a Honda?
I was driving a Honda Civic. I was driving a little green Honda Civic.
That's right. Interesting. One thing that they didn't have back in the day was Facebook, of course. Now, people used to complain when Facebook had new updates, but the social media's latest update is bound to get a good response because Facebook is now giving users more control with their latest news feed because you can now pick whose information you see first. The change is only available in the iOS app for now. To adjust what you see, go to the Newsfeed Preferences menu in the More section of the Facebook app. The change allows you to select which pages and people you want to see at the top of your news feed by selecting up to 30 accounts. Facebook product manager Greg Mara says historically, the things we've relied on most to improve newsfeed is looking at what videos do you watch, what links do you click, what posts do you like, because those are you saying this is something that I want. But what we're learning from these surveys is there are other things we need to know about what you care about that don't necessarily mean you clicked the link or liked the post. Huffington Post reports that in 2014, Facebook was responsible for about a quarter of all traffic across the entire web, which means that Facebook has really become an important source for information and news. Scrolling through Facebook used to be a passive experience, but now you're able to connect with the people and things that you care about most, which I think I like it. It's making it more personal, which, because, you know, Facebook has, in my opinion, it's kind of been going away, at least for younger people. It's been very much going away. But I think that with this new update, it's making people a lot more interested because you can see it. And it started because on Facebook there's an unfollow button so that you don't have to unfriend people, but if they post pictures of their babies too much and you don't want to see it anymore, you can unfollow them without unfriending them. So what they've figured out is maybe people really do want to control what they're seeing on their news feed, and so they've done this, and I think it's a great step because I wish that Twitter would do the same thing because I don't want to unfollow things, but I do. There are things that I would want to see more.
Like there are certain, and I'm sure you have the same thing when you're following on the Twitter feed. You'll see like 20 posts from one entity at a time because they're just going crazy with the posts. And you get a little. So
I'm hoping that Twitter kind of follows Facebook with this. Which might be bad news for Facebook, but I think that this move for Facebook
if it works
is a good
for them, I got a feeling you're right, that, that they're going to follow. Instagram will probably follow suit, and you're going to see that in a lot of social media platforms. By the way, you know what? In 1995, so Facebook wasn't there, JavaScript was invented in 1995. JavaScript, which we all rely on for most of our web browsing, was invented 20 years ago. All right, last but not least, All eyes in the entertainment world are on San Diego this weekend as ComicCon gets underway. The granddaddy of all Comic-Cons, San Diego's event has become one of the biggest destinations for movies, TV, and all things cool to make their debuts or tease a captive audience of ravenous fans. Highlights of the weekend include a panel discussion of this, Star Wars, The Force Awakens with J.J. Abrams, and stars of the films. Now, it is rumored that he will unveil a new trailer, giving us fans a bit more insight into the saga's latest installment. We can also look forward to J-Law, Ms. Jennifer Lawrence, giving a dish on what we can expect in November's Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. And the Walking Dead universe is about to get a lot bigger, folks. Fans will dish on the upcoming Season 6 premiere. They will get a series premiere of its spinoff, Fear the Walking Dead. That's coming in August. A lot of the cast, they're going to be there. I know that Andrew Lincoln, Norman Reedus, all those guys, they are there for these events. So if you want to meet Daryl Dixon, you want to meet Rick Grimes, you want to meet the entourage there, head out to San Diego. It's going on this weekend. Yeah. Of course, the list, way too massive to share in just 1 minute or so. So if you want the full rundown on what is going on, head over to comiccon.org for a full lineup of events, releases, and more. There is apparently a World of Warcraft film coming out. Jesse Eisenberg is going to be there talking about his role as Lex Luthor in Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. And, you know, just going on with this, if you've been surfing around the rumor mill in Hollywood right now, Ben Affleck is in negotiations to star and direct in his own standalone Batman movie. So there's going to be a lot of buzz going on with that. So it is a busy weekend for us nerds.
Man,
busy weekend.
Someday maybe I'll go to San Diego Comic-Con.
My friend Lance, he actually posted videos and photos on Facebook of he and his little girl at the San Diego Comic-Con.
Do they dress up?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
He didn't. Lance didn't dress up. He's an actor by trade, so I'm sure when he's off, he doesn't want to dress up. He just wants his t-shirt and his shorts. But they are there at the San Diego Comic-Con having a lot of fun, and it looks like a great time.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.